Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Sarah's in a good mood today, and we are here with Sarah Fraser.
David, I'm on semi vacation in Maine, honey. How could I be in a bad mood? I
I
love it.
mean,
Aren't you fully in the Christmas spirit? I'm so in the Christmas spirit. I'm rocking out to Christmas music. I love it. I love this time of year.
do you want to know what it is? I was in the Christmas spirit. Like, I like to get things done early, as you know. So I was in the Christmas spirit the day after Thanksgiving, handed out the doorman cards, filled them out, gave the building tips. Now I truly feel, because I started the day after Thanksgiving, I feel like this month, December, has been 4 years. How is it still December? Like, I planned everything up to New Year's, and I just feel like it's been going on forever. It is a great time of the year. I just feel like I'm a little stressed out still about a lot of things that have to be done, even though I did a lot. And I don't know. I just want to go to sleep in January.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
I am well, I know there is a lot to do. Yeah, there is. I'm just ignoring it. And I'm just like drinking wine every night. I'm just like taking in the holiday spirit. I love it. Anyway, it's really good. But wait, I need to hear really quick before we get in. We have a million topics to get to, but was Madonna worth it? Like, I've heard so many mixed things. So was it amazing? I know you're a diehard.
Well, first of all, there was a 3-night residency in Brooklyn. I attended 2 of the nights.
Oh my.
And I'm going with friends to Kia. I'm going to be I'm doing my winter residency in LA with you. And I'm going to Madonna in LA too. So, honey, the Madonna tour for David
Oh
Behind the
wait,
Velvet Rope is just starting. We have about 10 more visits here.
did she show up on time?
Well, listen, it's going to be a late start. So, I mean, the first night, believe it or not, the night I didn't go, she went on at 10:50 and the other 2 nights at 10:15. So, when you know it's a 10:15 start, you just show up a little late, girl. But let me tell you, Daddy over here is not a young woman. I had to yesterday, because I went Saturday night, I literally was in bed. It ends at like 1 a.m. So you go to bed at like 2:30 in the morning. I was in bed all day yesterday.
In her fucking dreams. Are you kidding me? No. No. She goes on
Honey.
at 10:15. No,
Yeah.
thank you. Sorry. No,
10:15 to 12:40 a.m.
absolutely not, bitch. I have kids. I have a job. Like, I have a dog. Actually, I don't have a dog, but I have like a husband to get up. No, no.
Honey,
She can keep
let
it.
the queen goes on when she wants. And speaking of Daddy Cohen was there last night
Yeah.
or two
And
nights
wait,
ago.
and so you were like right next to him, right? Were you next to him when she called him out or something for
Very
giving?
close. Yeah. I mean, look, Madonna is, I mean, just for anyone who wants to go, listen, I feel she has done a controversial statement, bring on the hate. I feel she has done more for the gays than almost anyone else ever. So it's really a full anthology on her career. And you are brought back to the beginning and you just realize what a revolutionary. Really, in my next life, I would what would David like to talk about here for the next hour? A, I'd like to talk about the Madonna concert. And B, I'd like to talk about Shannon Doherty's podcast, which I don't listen to podcasts. I'm officially listening to, I've listened to 2 out of 2 episodes now. We won't, you guys. This is my day job, and we're going to talk Bravo because Daddy does need to pay for his expensive lifestyle, which I got to slow my shit down over here. But Daddy,
Darling.
Daddy Cohen was there, darling. Daddy Cohen was there. She
You ain't
called him out.
you ain't on Louis Vuitton's, constant private invite list if you ain't spending a lot of money, honey. Let me
Honey,
tell you, they ain't calling me.
guess what, honey? The joke's over here. This is I gotta, the joke's over. It's David. I don't know who I think I am. I'm gonna live a very pious life. And my goal for 2024 is just to be
Is
under the radar.
humility and humble living.
Humility, humble living, under the radar, less is more, just
Okay,
stay
but
quiet, David.
real quick, I think you summed it up. Like, tell us the Madonna Andy story, and then real quick, I mean, this is amazing that you've listened to a podcast. I'm curious how Shannon Doherty's is. Like, is it sad? Is it inspirational? Is it about guests?
Well, Madonna did call out Daddy Cohen. She was kidding, but she was like, stop saying shit about me on your show. And Andy, of course, was in his glory that the cameras spanned over to him and gave him a minute in the spotlight with Madge. It's like, honey, you might have just had your moment with Cher at the Thanksgiving Day parade, but you ain't going backstage at Madonna. I mean, come on. I mean, no, you gotta really, Madonna don't let like an Andy backstage as A-list as Andy is. I'm not taking that away from him. Madonna's Madonna, honey. She's just like, stop saying shit about me on your show, bitch. She's like, she said, you're a shady ass queen. So,
and I heard like, I think he reposted the video and he's like, I'll be called out by Madonna like any day, all in fun or something. But yeah, I did see that.
Daddy had a moment. She opened up about almost dying earlier this year. And listen, it's a new Madonna for this phase of her life. She's appreciative and she's brought the humor back. Shannon's podcast, listen, her second guest was, her first guest, but second episode, Holly Marie Combs from Charmed. Listen, here's the thing. This is why. And Shannon's, first of all, podcast is like, Shannon's been in the press more in the past 2 weeks than the past. Like, his thing is trending. Look, she's like, here's the thing about Shannon's podcast. Like, there's no angle. She's not looking for press. Shannon's A-list. Shannon wants to talk about her cancer. She's on like Kelly and Ryan and a cover of People. Like, Shannon really gets good press. When you have stage 4 cancer, which is now in your brain and it's spread to your bones, she doesn't want to do an autobiography. So this to me feels final in a way the Madonna tour feels final too. She's reflecting upon her 40-year career. Final in a different way, but I feel like everything Shannon says is real, right? Like when you have this illness, I'm not saying the end is now. She is living, she can go on for years, but I really feel there's no angle. I feel like it's all just like, you guys want the truth, here it is. Like, what the hell do I have to gain at this point? That's why I love it. Alyssa Milano, they called out in the second episode. Look, Alyssa and Shannon have had issues on Charmed, and now we learn Alyssa and her family try to keep Holly away from Shannen, and that put like a wrench in their friendship. Anyone who's not a Charmed fan or a Shannon fan is like, what the hell are you talking about? But I feel that's why I like it, because I feel like it is truly authentic. And, with stage 4 cancer in all these areas, she's not trying to like get a soundbite. So that's why I like it. It's really just like, let's be clear. It is clear. Yes, she is going to talk about cancer during it, and it's sad, but it's inspiring as well. And I think it's just good for her. Yeah. I'm listening. It's the only podcast I will listen to.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love her too. She's so incredibly brave. She's done so much for people with cancer, and she's got a lot more years to go. So good for her. I love to see it. She looks like $1 million. I love it. And, we always talk about on this podcast, for the grace of God, go and just keep our health. That's like all you want. It's just